So it's Valentine's Day. Guess who's dressed up and no place to go? This asshole! Welcome to Anti.
I want a gun, I want a truck, I just want a good hard fuck. I just want to rule the world, I just want to rule the world. I want a beer, I want a drug, maybe I just need a hug. I just want to rule the world, I just want to rule the world.
Greetings everybody, I'm Anti and welcome to my first show. It's Valentine's Day. So for some of you, it's a great day because you have a significant other, you get to go home and fuck, you get to go out for a nice dinner. Then there are people like me, and maybe you, where it sucks ass. So I kind of thought we'd start with a little bit of history on Valentine's Day. As with most of our holidays, it starts back in the Christian days. Yep, Saint Valentinus. And this poor bastard was a little bit of a martyr. He was a former bishop of Tyranny. Apparently, I am reading this because Wikipedia is your friend. And he was on house arrest by a Judge Austrius. And while he was on house arrest, the judge and him got to pontificating about Jesus and all the other Catholic teachings of the early 200s. Yeah, 200 AD. And while he was there, the judge thought, okay, well, if you can cure my adopted daughter who is blind, then maybe I'll give you anything you want. So, of course, Valentinus lays his hands on the girl and bing! Jesus time! Of course, the girl is cured. So, upon this, the judge decides to grant him anything he wants. So, first off, Valentinus goes punk rock and decides to bust up all the idols in the house. Hey, not a bad idea. I like breaking shit. And on top of that, he baptizes the judge, and judge sends him on his merry way. Okay, good. Well, then, unfortunately, Valentinus, he was all cock-hard for Jesus and decided to keep on preaching his message, and what happens? Yep, ends up in Rome and gets arrested again. This time, he's taken in front of the Emperor Claudius. Hey, Claudius is not too keen on the whole, like, miracles and woo magic. And so, at this point, he says, alright, Valentinus, if you renounce your religion, renounce your faith in Jesus, we'll let you go. Valentinus, he was just like, no, I'm cock-hard, retard, strong. I believe in Jesus. Do what you want. No. So Claudius sentenced him to get beaten to hell by clubs. Hey, awesome. And then beheaded. And then, of course, his head put out on display, and nobody believed in Jesus. Now, okay, we all like our imaginary friends, but yeah. Valentinus, of course, yet another holiday based on somebody losing their head and getting persecuted. Thanks, Catholics! And now it's time for a shitty segment.
Space to infinity, and may the force be long and prosperous. Shining.
Okay, so I happen to be a big fan of sci-fi films, and being Valentine's Day, I decided to go and try and find myself a romantic sci-fi. That is not fucking easy to do. However, in the recent years, there has been one, called Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. So I'm not sure if the science fiction part of Seeking a Friend for the End of the World was the fact that the world was going to end by a giant asteroid, or the fact that Keira Knightley would fuck Steve Carell on any planet, anywhere. So basically, Steve Carell is all like, oh, I want to go find this ex-girlfriend from like 18 years ago because I'm 45 and set. Oh, shit. I shouldn't talk. I'm getting close to that. Fuck me. So anyway, he's wanting to seek this, and a neighbor who is the girl, Keira Knightley, is dating the neighbor friend, and he's a hipster loser in a band, of course, or an artist, whatever the fuck he was. And so then he turns out to be a loser. They go to his car, but yeah, his car's fucked up. Actually, hipster getting lynch mobbed? Hooray! Anyhow, so in this segment, it's all about how many fucks I give about the movie. Personally, I made it through about half of it before I fell asleep. Because, well, after Keira Knightley fucked Steve Carell, I kind of wanted to put a bullet in my brain. You know. But anyway, fucks I give about the movie are 1, 2. 2 fucks only because, a hipster died. We like that here. And number 2, well, Keira Knightley. Anything she's in, I'm sorry. I know everyone says, oh, she's real thin and too skinny. Yeah, but she is goddamn hot. A perfect little ass. And any girl with an English accent, come on. I'm sold. So anyway, that's all the fuck I give about that, too. Okay, so you might ask yourself, Anti, why in God's name would you hate Valentine's Day, aside from being single? Well, let's see. I came back from Ireland back in 2003. Since then, I've spent 8 of those years engaged. 2 different girls. First girl, bitch. Yeah, things were going well. I basically helped raise her daughter between the ages of 3 and 8 years old. Roughly about a 5-year relationship, 4 years engaged. And, well, I had myself an accident. See, I was retarded and decided to lock myself out of my apartment. Living on the 3rd floor, happened to be a nice little window adjacent to my balcony. I thought, I can jump this. No. Jumped, slipped, fell, broke my back. So, spent 3 days in the hospital, thankfully no surgery, and lasting damage, not too bad. But the day I get out of the hospital, she comes into my place and puts down her apartment key and says, I can't do this anymore, and that was basically the only explanation I ever got. So, oh, vodka, yes, Valentine's Day, we're getting drunk. Cheers, Amy. And yes, of course, the second girl that came along happened to be Krista, and this one didn't end as violently as the last one, aside from the fact that girls should, and I try and warn girls this, never, ever tell me to tell the truth. Because you'll get it, and you're probably not gonna like it. See, Krista had this problem that she was jealous of pornos. And why was I jerking off to them instead of her? Because they're pornos. So after that, relationship wasn't great, and then we went off our own separate ways. So I've been single pretty much ever since then, and dating has really gotten fucked up since then. So anyway, that's my little messed up history as far as dating goes, because it ain't pretty.
And now it's time for a shitty segment.
And so now time for my next little segment about music. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I want to title this part, because I'm a big punk rock fan. And again, hard to find punk rock songs about, like, Valentines and love and everything like that. Oh, yeah, you can find them. It's called emo. That's not punk. And we don't like that. No. Of course we don't. So fuck the emo bands. We're going to go a little bit more older with this to, say, late 80s, early 90s. A little band called the Dead Milkmen. Yes, they had a nice little love song called If You Love Somebody, Set Them on Fire. Now this is something I can get behind. Yeah, okay, so I'm all about the anti-love songs, and, well, screw it if they can't take a joke. So yes, Valentine's Day can suck for a lot of people out there, especially the single ones like myself. That's why we have alcohol, and we get drunk. This is called Nikolai. It was really cheap at the liquor store. Yum. But yes, like I said, it can suck for a lot of people, but it's not just us single people. No, it can suck for those who are in relationships too, or who are bending over backwards, doing whatever they can to celebrate the beheading of a saint. But also for the poor girls out there who decide to let their boyfriends fuck them someplace extremely uncomfortable. Oh, and no, I'm not talking like in the back of a Volkswagen. Normally, being single on Valentine's Day, I would see this as an opportune time to go down to the local bar, find somebody at 2 a.m. and go home with them. Because on my list of holidays out there, Valentine's Day ranks number 2 as far as the getting laid chart goes. Number 1, of course, being the night before Thanksgiving, when everybody's in town for their homecoming reunions, and they know they're not going to fucking see you ever again, and you'll probably end up in some sleazy motel room. Cheers! But over the years, my going out to bars on Valentine's Day, when I have been single, just really hasn't seen what's going on. So for those of you who are single and thinking of going out, hooking up, I say stay in. Hook up with a bottle of vodka, or whiskey, or beer. Because it really doesn't matter. We're all fucked in the end. So I hope you've enjoyed my little excursion here into the world of YouTube. I know I haven't, because I've been extremely uncomfortable just talking to a video camera. And sadly, this is the most conversation I've had in a really long time with anybody, aside from video games, which that'll be a segment on one of my other upcoming shows, which I don't know how often I'm going to do this. Who fucking cares? So I don't know if I've been funny or not, but stay tuned in the upcoming weeks. Maybe I'll get funnier, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be more sarcastic, maybe I won't. But fuck you, Valentine's Day. Fuck you, ex-girlfriends, ex-fiancés. Fuck Steve Carell for fucking Keira Knightley in a movie. Yeah, okay, I know it's not real.
Oh yeah, one last thing. Happy snuggle fucks.
Yes, it is a vague sexual reference, but not very vague. Friday night, I was at a party. Girl was there, she was a hottie. Eyes bug out, I started to flip. Said, my God, that's some funky shit. Whoa, yeah. Tight skirt, long legs, short hair, belly ringing. She really does my punk rock thing. I only wish I'd remembered her name. Saturday.